Welcome to the leading podcast for long-term weight management. Subscribe to the podcast so that you don't miss an episode. You can connect with Jenny on all social media channels. You can also sign up to the newsletter to receive frequent content and tips for weight loss success.
Hey guys, welcome to the Power Over Food podcast. I am your host, Jenny McDonald. I am an eating behaviour coach, and I'm also the founder of the Becoming You Academy, where we work with women to help them explore their relationship with food and break free from that yo-yo dieting cycle. So, how are you? I hope you've had a great week. This week's been a busy one for me. My little girl's been unwell, so as anyone with children will know, when the child is unwell or children are unwell and they're off school, it kind of throws your whole routine out. So it's Saturday and I'm recording my podcast a few days late, but hopefully this will be released to you guys on time. So what have I been up to this week? Well, it's been the start of the week 1 group coaching program, transformation program. And we have started with just quite simply awareness. This week, I have asked the ladies to work on a journaling process. I've given them a journaling video to watch and questions to complete each day to help them begin their journaling journey, if you like, because quite often we're not used to journaling on this sort of level. But it really is to get them just really aware about themselves, their thought process and their relationship with food, ready for the next stage of the 10-week transformation. So that's what I've been up to this week. But this podcast today, I wanted to talk about resisting change, and I wanted to share an experience that I've been going through over the past couple of months, because I have been resisting change, and it's really, really interesting to actually be on the client side of the journey, if you like, because obviously I'm normally taking ladies through their change, their changing their relationship with food, but I'm now working with a coach, with a personal trainer, and I've been resisting the change. So it made me think that it would be a really good podcast to record. And it got me thinking to just change in general, and how as humans we do resist change. It can be much easier and more comfortable to stay where we are, because change often means embracing the unknown, and that kicks up lots of thoughts and feelings about whether it's safe to change. What if we don't like the change? What if it doesn't work? And obviously when we are having these thoughts, we then can feel uneasy, uncomfortable, worried, anxious, nervous about the change. And what we need to remember is our sloth brain is only trying to protect us. Its job is to keep us safe in the best way it knows how. Whatever change you are going through, if you are going through a change, whether that be a change in job, whether it be starting a new weight loss regime, changing your relationship with food, a new relationship with another person, or leaving a relationship, all of that change process, while you are going through that, your sloth brain, your internal voice is just trying to make it okay and trying to keep you where it thinks you are safe. So let me share my story, and it might help explain in a little bit more detail. I've started working with a personal trainer, and this is the first time I've ever worked with anybody on an exercise level. And you've probably heard me say before that I don't particularly embrace exercise. It is something that I try and work on my healthy relationship with exercise. And this comes from being overweight as a child and not having a good time in PE lessons, and memories around running around a running track and being the last one round, and the whole class being kind of waiting for me, not being allowed to go to lunch until I'd made it round the track, and then a very slow round of applause, sarcastic round of applause when I crossed the finish line. This really impacted my relationship with exercise and running. And actually, more recently, in the last couple of years, I've managed to run, which was a huge mental block for me. Anyway, so I decided to work with a trainer who specialises in working with ladies with lipedema and lymphedema. And she's actually way away from me. She's based in Canada. Her name is Amanda Sobey. She is awesome. I'm over 40 now, and I'm conscious that I need to build strength, or I want to build strength, and I want to not only be healthy with what I'm eating and with that good relationship with food, but also work on having a good body in terms of strength, not necessarily aesthetically, although that's a bonus, but just being strong and healthy as I go through middle age, if you like. And I've been following Amanda for a while on Instagram, and I've seen the results with some other people I've connected with lipedema. So I thought I would reach out to her. So I signed up for a 12-week program. And the first 12 weeks, I learned about my muscles and how to really connect with those muscles and understand how they should feel while I am exercising, and particularly while I am training in terms of weight training. I don't know if there's a better way to describe it. I always try to describe it as weight training. And this has been literally life-changing. It's great to understand and feel that process. Result-wise, I haven't seen huge results to look in the mirror. I can see a little bit of difference. My measurement's gone down. I've got that sloth brain saying, why are you doing this? It's not working. But actually, I know that I am not committing to it as much as I could. Sometimes I only work out twice in a week. Other times it's 3 times. Very rarely it's 4 times. So I'm not working as hard as I could. And if I committed more, I know I'd see results quicker. Anyway, so I loved my first 12 weeks. In my first 12 weeks, Amanda did say, would you like me to help you with the nutrition? And I said, no, I'm really comfortable with my nutrition. I eat kind of the same things every week and I know what I'm doing. And in the second 12 weeks, Amanda asked again, would you like me to look into your nutrition? It might be there's something you're missing. So I agreed. So I agreed to share what I was eating on a daily basis. And what happened was Amanda called me out on quite a lot of the food I was eating, which was really interesting. And I can laugh about it now, but at the time, this is where my resistance really kicked in, because I was just felt judged. I felt embarrassed and really like, oh my goodness, how is this happening? Why am I eating in this way? And in my eyes, I wasn't eating particularly, I don't like using the words good and bad, but bad foods, and probably wasn't eating as well as I could be, shall we say. But after that call, I had huge sloth brain thoughts of, I don't want to do this anymore. How can someone else tell me what to eat? I know what I'm doing. And it was really eye-opening, because I was on the other side, and I was thinking about this also from how my clients might feel or might perceive our conversations. And I say perceive because on reflection, when I could step back and look from my logical brain rather than my sloth brain being in control, Amanda didn't tell me that I had to do anything. She didn't tell me that I shouldn't eat any food. She just explained and pointed out what I was eating could be tweaked to be better. And actually, in my eyes, because I was eating a lot of veg and I was eating, I was putting cabbage in a wrap at lunchtime, and the wrap was gluten-free and low carb. And, I'd convinced myself that I was doing really well. But actually, there was still room for improvement in my diet to get that diet cleaner and to get rid of some of the chemicals in my diet. And what is crazy is all of the things that I talk about with my clients and that I would probably point out to my clients as we could improve here were things that Amanda had said to me. But one, I think, being on the receiving end of it, we perceive things differently. But also, having been on my journey for so long, I think I always tell myself that I've learned how to manage my weight, therefore I don't need any advice. But what I now see this process as is, for me, it's up-leveling. It's up-leveling with my exercise and learning something new about my body. And it's also up-leveling with where I am with food. Yes, I'm maintaining my weight loss and I've learned about all of my emotions connected with food and how to manage that and how to try and work around that as best as I can. But this was about up-leveling with food as well. And actually what I've found, again, even since my work in January after becoming a health coach and learning again about my relationship with food, this has been like another step up, another let's clean up that eating a little bit more. I just wanted to share that kind of resistance that I had, because I'm sure you can all relate to changing your relationship with food, but resisting it every step of the way. And as I said that, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm still resisting a little bit because there's still things that I'm thinking I could do better with. And that's okay, because I'm not berating myself. I'm just thinking, yeah, I could do better. And I want to live my best life. I want to give my body everything I can to live its best life. And I know that's not going to happen 100% of the time, but I'm okay with that. And I'm always striving for that best place so that I can feel the best I can feel and give the best I can give for my clients and for my family. I just wanted to share, as I say, that resistance. And I'm interested to know how you can relate that to your journey. What are you resisting in your life at the moment? What change, when you look deep inside, you know that you want to make, but you are, with every bit of your being, with every fibre of your being, resisting that change and just kind of thinking, yeah, maybe I'll do it. Because that's where I was with contacting a personal trainer. It's probably been on my mind for several years, but I've resisted that change. And at some point, for some reason, I decided to jump in, and I'm literally so glad that I did. So what are you resisting? Let me know. Drop me a message. What are you resisting? And, quite simply, just sit quietly with yourself and think. Ask your subconscious, what am I resisting? What changes do I need to make that I am resisting? And just notice how this resistance shows up for you. It is just fascinating. And once you can notice and be aware of it, it does make it easier to work through when you're ready. So I hope you found my little story about my personal training helpful. Big shout out to Amanda. Maybe I can get her on the podcast at some point to chat some more about her work. And just before I do sign off, I just wanted to also share some really, really exciting news with you. If you're following me and you're interested in working with me, I am going to be holding a one-day online retreat for a select group of ladies to join me to rebalance and align themselves for weight loss. Now, I have not run a retreat online before. This is the first time ever, but I'm super excited because I'm going to be sharing a new method that I have been studying with the most amazing lady, Louisa Havers, and this is called the Helix method, and it's an energy, psychology, and manifesting method that empowers you to manifest and master the art of reality creation so that you can be living your life to your highest potential and calling in what you want to achieve. The focus is going to be on aligning yourself for weight loss. We will also be creating your diet for life. You will be looking at what foods you actually enjoy eating and how they can serve you with your weight loss. We will also cover effective journaling, and you will have lots of tools to take away with you. So if this is of interest to you, let me know, drop me a message, and I can send you the full details of the Becoming You Academy's first ever online retreat on the 13th of November. And have a great rest of your day. As always, if you find this podcast helpful, please press share it with somebody else, leave me a review, and don't forget to connect with me on social media and let me know how your week's going and what you're resisting. Have a great week.